another 4x4 Adventures trip video. Yep, that's right, I've changed the name. Those that follow us on Facebook will know us as Perth Northern Districts 4-wheel driving. That name was getting a bit long and a bit boring, so I decided to change it up. However, Facebook wouldn't allow me to do it straight away, such a drastic change, so I'm going to have to do it drastically. For the moment on Facebook, you will find us as Perth Northern Districts 4x4 Adventures, spelt F-O-U-R-B-E-E, F-O-U-R 4x4. Till eventually I can whittle that down to maybe Perth's 4x4 Adventures. We'll see how Facebook goes with that one. You can follow us on that Facebook page. You can keep up with all our adventures on that page, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep up to date with all the trips and support the content just merely by watching it. Alright, you'll notice the Jeep's all packed. Fridge is in, full of drink and food. A lot of drink. Recovery gear's in. That's always it anyway. Water, swag, chair, clothes, everything you need for a weekend away. The 4x4 Adventures crew is off to Sandy Cape for the weekend. We're heading off after work tomorrow. So I can tell you the boys have been chomping at the bit about that all week. So we're going to drive to Jurien tomorrow afternoon after work. We're going to head out the back of the boat harbour, drop onto the beach from there and head north until we find a reasonable campsite where we'll stay the night in the dunes up there, have a nice relaxing evening, and then in the morning we'll get up, have some breakfast and up to North Head where we're going to check out the World War II bunkers, and then we'll head further north from there up to Greenhead, exploring the dunes and having a bit of fun, and we'll find another campsite and stay Saturday night too. So can't wait to get going for that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alright folks, it's 2 PM Friday afternoon and we are off, so grab yourself something cold to drink, strap yourselves in, and hopefully this won't hurt a bit.
That's right, we believe in low fares so much that if you find a cheaper fare online, we'll beat it by 10.
Sign that said Boat Harbour, should we have turned left there?
Probably. I was looking for a sign that said Boat Harbour.
That's back there.
We'll cut through.
Gary's in front again, we're going to get lost.
Oh, you're
Hey, maybe try putting it in full drive now. By the time you need it, it's engaged.
That's a dead end.
Time?
Yeah, 9:20 tonight or something fine.
Lovely.
Turn right.
You're in front now, George, by default.
I can't do it.
Good view.
Yeah, I would guess so. I would say track to the right, beach straight ahead, and if you don't drop some tyre pressure, George, you're going to get stuck.
Now, we going down the track, or you got to go down the beach? Because the beach only goes down a little way and then comes back onto this track.
Track it.
Got to go down the track a bit before we head down. I'm not too sure this is going to widen out big enough to let us stop to put our tyres down.
You can always stick your nose down the next beach entrance.
Nah, should be right. There's got to be something up here.
Might need to stop to lock in the front hub, but I'll see how I go.
Here's the spot to let some tyre pressures down.
So we finally made it to camp. We got a bit stuck on the beach, so we spent a bit of time, lost a bit of time trying to get ourselves off the beach. We lost Gary because he went around the long way, so he's just making his way up the coastal track now, and he's going to find his way to our campsite. George and I are set up and got the fire going, so it's nice and warm for him when he gets here, and I'm sure Gary will enjoy his beer when he gets here. So it's a bit windy, so apologies if the audio is a bit crap, but I can't control that, but never mind. Can't put the full camp set up tonight because it is too windy. We managed to find ourselves a little spot behind the dunes, which isn't too bad, nice and flat. But yeah, hopefully we're going to enjoy a drink or two and a good feed when Gary gets here, and we'll see you in the morning. Alright, so this is the point where I tell you what happened on the beach. Didn't really have time to video any of the footage, so that's why there isn't any. Basically what happened was Gary jumped onto the beach to see if it was all good, went about 1 kilometre ahead, couldn't find any exit tracks at that point, told us it was a bit soft, but come on. So George and I jumped on the beach behind him. He was about 1.5 kilometres ahead by then or so, something like that. We went, followed his tracks up the beach, and then he called to say that he was starting to go down, which meant he was bogging down on the beach. So George said, Paul, go around him, head up the beach, see if you can find an exit track. The tide was also coming in at this point. So I kept going, and I stayed on the lower side of the beach until that basically ran out, and I had to jump up on the high side, and about 200 metres up from where Gary went down, I started to go down as well and got pretty badly bogged. George followed me, so of course he had to stop behind me, and he got stuck as well. So all of a sudden we had all 3 vehicles stuck on the beach with an incoming tide. So you can imagine that panic starts to set in at about that point, and there's a mad scramble to get the vehicles off the beach. So Gary managed to get himself out, turned himself around and went back to the point where we got on the beach. George and I dug mine out and max tracks, dug out max tracks about 4 or 5 times until eventually I got out further up the beach and found a bit of high ground, parked there, walked back, got George out via the same way, and by this time that part of the beach was impassable, so there was no way Gary was coming through, and there was no way we were going to be able to go back through, so we had to keep going up the beach until we found an exit track. Luckily, about half a k further up near the point, there was an exit track, popped up into the dunes, into this magic little campsite. So the idea was that Gary would find the coastal track and he would catch up with us that way. So that's what's happened on the beach. I couldn't get any footage, as I said. It was more important to get the vehicles off the beach before the tide came in. So pretty much there's no vision of it whatsoever, which is a shame because it was a bit of a mad panic getting off the beach, but at the end of the day we did get off, all the vehicles were good. I could have left all that stuff about the beach out of the video, but I think it's important to share some of the downsides of four-wheel driving, because sometimes you do get yourself into a bit of a sticky situation here and there, and it's not all about fun and driving. Sometimes you got to learn to stay calm and get yourself out, and I thought it would be nice to share what actually happened on the beach, seeing as I didn't get any footage. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but you get that. I just hope Gary can find us, eh?
Follow the smoke.
Yeah, we've set a beacon up for him, he should be able to find that. We'll just climb up the dunes here and see how windy it is. Shack here, well, bit of a lean-to really, but it looks like people have left their rubbish behind, and God knows what. This is just it's like a lean-to in the dunes. Looks like it's been here for a while. Oh, we've found Gary. Yes, Gary, I can hear you, mate.
It's very windy. I was hoping to cook on the hot plate tonight.
down the bits of some coals, you might be alright. Just got to watch it doesn't blow anything and set my swag off.
Transform the flavour of your burger.
I think you've got hit, that's it.
Oh, neat.
Oh, that's warm. Oh, there's Skippy. Skippy going through the bush. Morning. Here we are, first morning in the dunes. Woken up, it's 5:30 AM and there's a boat or something somewhere in here. Not quite sure where because I'm standing there looking at the ocean and can't see a thing. I can hear it. Yeah, it's a bit cool this morning and a bit cloudy. Just turn this around and show you the view. Jurien never made it back to camp last night. The plan this morning is to have some breakfast. And we're going to head back into Jurien and meet up with him. We did hear him on the radio, but there's too many tracks down here, he couldn't find us. So we will have a cuppa, have some brekkie, pack up camp, and we will go back into Jurien and catch up with him. I'm not sure whether he's camped in the dunes somewhere, but we'll find him and then we'll start heading back north again. Alright, good to go. Don't forget to take it out of 4-wheel drive, mate.
Yep, just did it.
Alright folks, well as it... Oh, the glasses are a bit ordinary. As it turns out, Gary didn't make
The gun was just falling off the roof of your car.
Yeah, I was collecting a bit, mate. Gary didn't make it last night. He had a bit of car trouble, couldn't find us, so he ended up actually hightailing it home. Got a message from him this morning and he's all good. So it's just me and George. We've found our way back onto the bitumen and we are heading north towards North Head, and we're going to drop in and see the bunkers and cruise around up there for a while and see what happens. So we'll see how we go up there. I can see the bunkers. Oh, good, mate. Yeah, all good, mate. Sure it goes anywhere. improvised. There's a portable bed in there. Jesus. Ooh, that's a scary picture.
This place felt weird.
The caretaker of the bunkers. Very interesting. Shane, you saw? So the other one looks like
Bigger.
That wasn't a good idea.
Can't understand how we've got water inside of us. We must be right on that.
Because we're out on a like a node point.
What's that to the left?
That's a memorial for a guy that was taken by a shark back in the 60s. I think it was the 60s. Up the top there. Be the easier track.
I think Gary didn't come. You're always safe with numbers.
Yes. I'm not sure what he's done to his car, but he said it was making some weird noises, so that's why he hightailed it home.
I thought it was 3 or 4.
But I'm not sure if he meant the car or himself. Oh wow, this one's got some art on it. What view? That's horrible. Oh, didn't notice the shark on the side of the other bunker. Oh, this is the one with the famous artwork. Lots of artwork. Oh, there's another guardian of the bunker. I believe these were used to house the generators that ran the radar station. There's some interesting wall art on that one. Beer bottle, lovely. People smash their bottles.
I could sleep in here today. If I had to. It's pouring down rain.
No doubt people have. You can see some, this is, people have camped here, there's some fires here, fire pits. are surrounded by water. Beautiful spot. It's a bit windy though, so apologies for that. Alright, George and I decided to cut the trip short about here on just before lunch Saturday. We ducked into Sandy Cape and had some lunch, and then we headed on home. Didn't feel right carrying on without Gary. We wanted to adventure and explore with him, but with him having to go home, it kind of put a bit of downer on the rest of the trip. But we'll do it all again. We'll come back up here and we'll explore the tracks and everything that this area's got to offer, because it is a beautiful place. So that's it from 4x4 Adventures for this trip. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and look forward to doing the next one. Ciao for now.